Maybe your next move is to just move. Hey guys, happy Friday. Welcome back to Fearless Fridays. Today is Friday, September 3rd. This is episode 101 of Fearless Fridays. As always, I welcome you to the show, whether it's your first time watching or you're a return watcher. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm wearing my Fear is Stupid shirt today. I felt like I hadn't pulled that out in a while, so I felt like I would just go ahead and wear that today. And I wanted to talk to you today from this idea of maybe your next move is to move. And this comes from the idea of talking to people who deal with procrastination and people who deal with fear of making the next step and people who deal with fear of failure or fear of success, but want very much to move forward in whatever it is that they're doing. And sometimes we get so bogged down with information and gathering wisdom and talking to mentors and taking classes and learning, reading books and watching videos and reading articles and taking in all of this information and all of this knowledge and preparing ourselves to move forward. And sometimes the next step is to just take a step. Sometimes the next move is to just move. Sometimes I feel like that fear of failure or sometimes that fear of success is the thing that is causing us to procrastinate. We have fear of what's going to happen on the other side of the move, so we procrastinate and we don't take the move. We feel like, oh, let me just take this other class, or let me just get this other degree, or let me just get this other certification, or let me just talk to this other mentor, or let me just find this other person that I can talk to and learn from. And all of that is wonderful. All of that is wonderful. I'm all about learning what you can and gleaning knowledge and gleaning information and preparing yourself for the next step. I think all of that is wonderful. But that fear of failure, that fear of success, that fear of the unknown on the other side of the move, sometimes that's what's causing us to procrastinate. And while we are gleaning information and taking in information and learning, sometimes that learning is just us procrastinating because we're afraid to take the next step. And then we sit and we wonder, okay, what's the next thing to do? What's the next thing to learn? What's the next video to watch? What's the next book to read? What's the next class to take or the next certification to get? What's the next move to make? And sometimes the next move is to move. Is to take all of that stuff that you've learned, all of that information that you've gleaned, all of that wisdom that you've gained from talking to mentors and people who have been working in the field that you want to work in, or people who have been working in the craft that you want to work in. Sometimes the next step, the next move is to take all of that stuff and use it and move. And use the information that you have to take the next step. Use the information that you have to inform you so that when you take the next step, you're taking it out of a place of knowledge. And that's a courageous thing to do. I get it. I get it. It can be scary to take that, to make that next step, to make that next move. That can be a scary, scary thing. I totally get it. But the thing about moving, the thing about not moving, is that if you're not moving, you're not moving. If you're not moving, you're not making any progress. If you're just learning, you can get all the degrees, all the certifications, watch all the videos, read all the books you want. But if you never do anything with that information, what good is any of it? You can call yourself an aspiring whatever for 100 years. But you will be aspiring for 100 years until you decide to take a step, until you decide to make a move. We got to go from aspiring to doing it. Aspirations are great. They're in our head. They're in our heart. Okay, I had a slight technical difficulty, but I was not about to start this video over. I was on a roll. So what I was saying was, aspirations are great. They are in our head, they're in our heart, they're in our mind, they're in our soul. But what good is an aspiration if you don't take that energy, that internal aspirational energy, and put it into your feet and put it into your body and put it into your legs and turn that aspirational energy, if that's even a thing, I made it up, maybe I did, aspirational energy. Take that aspirational energy and turn it into kinetic energy, which means movement. Movement. Sometimes the next thing to do, sometimes the next move to make, sometimes the next step to take is to just take a step, to just make a move. Decide what you're going to do. Take all of the knowledge that you've learned, take all of the wisdom that you've gained, take all your certifications, all your degrees, all your information, and use it to inform your next step. Use it to inform a step. Like I said, I get it. It can be a scary, scary thing when you don't know what's on the other side. But when do we ever know? When do we ever know? When are there ever any guarantees? Let me give you a hint. Never. There are never any guarantees. There are never any guarantees. And everyone who you look at who seems successful, everyone that you look up to and you say, wow, I love their career. Wow, I love their journey. Wow, I love the path that they took. Wow, I love what they're doing. Every single one of those people had to overcome the fear of the unknown on the other side, and they had to take a step. They had to decide to just do something. They had to decide to just move. So that's what I want to encourage you guys with this week. Sometimes the next step, sometimes the next move is just to move. Just take a step. There is no amount of preparation that can replace taking a step. Let me say that again. There is no amount of preparation that can replace taking a step. If it is time for you to move, continuing to prepare, continuing to read and learn and talk to people and watch videos, continuing to do that is your preparation, but that does not replace actually making a move. That does not replace actually taking a step. So I'm telling you today, I'm encouraging you today to take a step, to make a move. We are in September. This year has flown by. The past 2 years, past year and a half, flown by. 4 months left in this year. Look at your goals that you set forth for yourself this year. How many of them have you accomplished? How many of them have you moved on? And I'm not saying that to cause any kind of anxiety. I know sometimes people get anxiety by hearing people say, look at your goals, look at your goals. But if there's anything in your mind that you wanted to do this year, if there's anything in your mind and your heart that you know, that you knew at the top of this year, it's time for me to make 2021 the year that I do fill in the blank. Make a move. You got 4 months left to make a move. And to end this year having made a step closer to the goal that you have, to the dream that you have. And who knows, maybe the next move that you make is the thing that's going to catapult you forward, that's going to propel you forward. But you don't know until you make that move. You will not know until you make that move. So I'm pleading with you to make the move. That might be the next move to make, is the move. That might be the next step to take, is the step. That might be what it is. And there is no amount of preparation. I want to say this again. There is no amount of preparation that can replace just making the move, just taking the step. You can prepare all you want and stand still, or you can prepare and you can take that preparation and you can make a move. So I'm encouraging you to just make a move. That's all I got for y'all this week. I want to remind you before I go, of my fundraiser that I'm doing for my film, Solomon's Mood. I'm so excited and I'm so thankful for everyone who has supported me thus far and supported getting this film made. I'm still in the beginning stages of fundraising, and I am thankful for all those who have supported, and I am continuing to ask for the support of everyone who watches this video. You can get the information on my Instagram. You can get the information on my Facebook. You can get the information on YouTube. There is a GoFundMe. If you go to GoFundMe.com and you just type in Solomon's Mood, it'll come up. And I ask for your support. You can give $10, $20, $25, $50, $100, $200, $500, $1,000, $10,000. I will receive it all with joy and with gratitude. So with that being said, remember that the euphoria of fearlessness trumps the comfort of staying safe. Fear is stupid. And remember, there is no amount of preparation that can replace making a move. So move. I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye-bye.